What up, my Disney peeps? George here, the Italiano, coming to you from the Orange Grove 55 studios. I'm doing another little solo video, but this is not going to be a citrus solo. This is just an Italiano's little mini video of my personal thoughts of just coming out of seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. And just to let you know, this is going to be a spoiler-free video. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything because I wouldn't want that done to me. So I'm not going to do it to you. You know, it's all about respect. So for me, I can definitely honestly say this is Marvel's comeback. Marvel is back, baby, full gear, rare and ready to go. Just never would have thought it would have been with Deadpool, you know, because it was a kind of like a hidden silent hit, you know, with the first two, and this one just blew everything out of the water. Honestly, I would match this video with video. What am I saying? Match this movie with Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's how good it was. And this is definitely a movie that I would see again. Not even just when it's released on streaming, but even again in theaters. And actually, my son actually agrees with me that he would actually go see it again in theaters as well. He absolutely loved it. He said it was the best out of the three. I think it's the best out of the three. It does pay tribute to Marvel. It's like a love letter in a sense. I love the jokes, the gags with Fox and Disney. I won't give too much of that away, but it is in the movie with Feige, and and yeah, so and it's again, I won't give too much away, but I'll just say this. This is a way that kind of Marvel and Disney can kind of poke fun and make fun at themselves at some of the mistakes that they have made with some of the Marvel movies, which if you go see the movie, which I highly recommend, you'll definitely get that. So, yeah, I mean, again, and Ryan Reynolds is no one else is Deadpool, and same with Hugh Jackman. You know, no one else is Wolverine, and it does incorporate a lot of characters from Marvel's past, which again I won't mention who, but you'll definitely know if you're a huge Marvel fan and have been following the Marvel movies for quite some time. But yeah, this wasn't really it's not going to be a long video at all. I just wanted to kind of give briefly some of my thoughts of what I thought about it. As I said, great movie, great acting, and I love the soundtrack to it. I kind of match this with the Guardians of the Galaxy films from Marvel, because when I think of Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the first things I think of is the soundtrack. And a lot of the music is interplayed with a lot of the fight scenes in this, which is done well, but it's also done comically. There's some songs that you would never think that they would kind of tie into, kind of like with dance fighting, if you will. And they also throw jokes at one another with just like Ryan Reynolds as a person and Hugh Jackman as a person. So I think it is very, very interesting. As I said, I'm going to be repeating myself because it's basically because this is a no spoiler. I will probably do a spoiler review once the movie's out for a little bit, but I don't want to do that just now. So I'm going to keep it kind of brief. But yeah, definitely. I'd say it's definitely in my top 5 for Marvel films, and it's. I would even say probably top 3, to be honest with you. Probably Endgame, No Way Home, and Deadpool and Wolverine. I think I think it's possible Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 might have gotten dethroned by Deadpool and Wolverine with me. If not, it's pretty close. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say for right now. It's definitely one hell of a movie. I highly recommend for people who are a fan of Marvel, a fan of Deadpool, a fan of Wolverine. Definitely check it out. It's a buddy film, but it's a very quirky kind of satire kind of buddy film, to say the least. It is, quite graphic with the violence and the crude humor and the language, but we expect that from Deadpool. That's what we want. We don't want a rated G kind of cookie cutter, kind of character. And I love how they can incorporate him into the parks, but still keep that charm about him, but without overdoing it, because you do have to keep some sort of integrity of having Deadpool into the parks. But in the films, I'm glad that Disney and Marvel came to the agreement of keeping Deadpool, rated R. And it's already doing banger numbers, as we were already anticipating. I mean, it's tracking, I think, over $400 some million worldwide. I believe it just made $96 million on Friday alone. I believe, or the weekend, one of the two. But either way, it's making banger numbers, and I'm still going to stick to my word. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will admit it. I'll be the first one to say it. I will eat crow. But I don't know what it is. I feel that this movie could potentially be the very first ever billion-dollar domestic film in U.S. cinema history. So I'm going to stick with it right now. Is it going to be? I don't know. But, I mean, I was right before with Deadpool about with the story time in the park. So let's see if I can go 2 for 2. But in any case, I got my Deadpool shirt on representing the film. It was a great film. As I said, I highly recommend it to anyone who has not seen it. And this is a movie you really should see in theaters, because I love the kind of the interaction the movie gives off to the audience, because you hear everybody busting out laughing and applauding, and it's like it's a banger of a movie for sure. If I was to rate it, 1 out of 10, believe it or not, usually I don't do this for a lot of things. This is a solid 10 out of 10 for me, to be honest with you. But yeah, so final words from the Italiano. Again, Marvel is back full swinging. And in the words of both Deadpool and Wolverine, let's fucking go. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney. Bye, everybody.
세상은 누구에게나 공평하게 추악해.